Hi guys, my name is Shachar Scott. I lead global business marketing here at Snapchat, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I think what makes great leaders is actually having empathy. You have to really immerse yourself in the customer's shoes. You have to understand what it's like to experience the product that you're selling or be on the receiving end of the communication that you're creating. You have to also understand what your team is going through, who's helping you create and grow the company. And if you don't have empathy, then you can't really understand what needs to happen in order for anything to be successful. So I would say the number one characteristic is really just having empathy. And of course, just being kind. I think we take for granted how much time we spend with our colleagues. And if you're an asshole, like nobody wants to be around you. And so being kind is just, I think, a table stake of being an amazing leader. Yeah, I mean, I would just say that aim high. You have to set realistic goals for yourself, but they should also be really ambitious. You're never going to get to the next level or the next job or the next place in your career if you don't have really aspirational goals. Do research about people and companies and their paths. Find the next step. I mean, the best advice I ever got from a mentor of mine is if the job doesn't feel two sizes too big, it's not big enough. It's because then you can't grow in it. So I would just say really be ambitious with your goals, aim high, and go get them. Things are constantly changing. Industry is changing. Technology is changing. The landscape. And if you're not able to adapt in those ambiguous situations when either teams change or leadership changes or truly an evolution of a technology platform is just fundamentally different, it's also accelerated, then you're going to fail. And so having the ability to just manage situations that are new and being able to adapt is, I'd say, that the second part of that is being flexible and not being so worried about, oh, what I had a plan and I couldn't stick to that plan. And so I'd say the two keys to success in that regard is just being able to manage under ambiguity, as well as just being adaptable within those environments and situations that you're in. I mean, I constantly am, reiterating to my team that the only thing constant is change. And so the more that they believe that, and the more that they get comfortable with the fact that everything is constantly changing, the market is dictating your company's success, not just how well you are doing and achieving goals. The way that customers perceive you as a brand is also informing how you are perceived as a company. And so many things are out of our control. And the more that you can just be comfortable in that and understand that we can only do so much, and then the rest is actually waiting and seeing how others perceive it, the more that you'll be comfortable when things are volatile or when they are not exactly as you plan them, and you won't freak out. You'll actually know, well, that's just how it's supposed to be. And so I think for me, it is about just really reinforcing that change is good and that it's constant. And that way you don't fear it when it happens. Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, there is no playbook, right, for anything that we do. Marketing in a tech environment is fluid, and again, everything is changing. Our company's constantly innovating. So we have to also innovate. And so I would just say that the most important thing that you can do, because there is no playbook, is always reflect on what has worked. Do postmortems, understand tactically what went well, what didn't, celebrate the wins, but also celebrate what you learned, what didn't work, and make sure that when you're trying something the next time that you probably don't repeat those same errors. So postmortems are just key. We do them for everything, whether it's a small campaign or a massively large marketing initiative that we're planning. And that way we are constantly able to learn from both the good and the mistakes that we've made, which are also good, by the way. The thing that I would say that I've done throughout my career as an executive is I've always had an executive coach. And so for me, just having someone that is my support system, but also someone that is an objective mirror that is being able to hold that up to my face so that I can really understand what is challenging, or where do I want to grow, or what do I really want to do? For me, that's an investment in myself and in my future. And for me, that it's not a ritual, but it's something that I've consistently invested in throughout my career, and it's something that I think is super powerful. And I think it's really catapulted myself and my success in many ways. Yeah, I mean, obviously hindsight is 2020, and we are in the year of hindsight. For me, I would just say, build bridges, don't burn them. The most important thing is that you never know, who your old boss is going to be down the road for you, or someone on your team might end up being your manager one day. And so you never want to burn a bridge. You want to always build them, make connections. They are the most valuable part of my career, I would say, is the people that I have been so fortunate and lucky to have met, and I've maintained contact with them. And they've inadvertently been my clients, my mentors, my bosses, colleagues of mine, and future opportunities. And so build bridges, don't burn them.